Alrighty guys, I'm just making a quick video here on how to install some torqueless D-loops. As you can see, I posted. Someone asked me, let me see what his name is here, I'll shout him out. Thomas, he asked me how to install them. He said that it's probably a gimmick if that, as there's no proof on how to install them and all that. So I figured that he was very right, and the fact that I will show you how to do it, and I may have to actually go get some material to tie it on entirely. So anyways, let's get started here. So as you can see, I already have the place where I want my knock to be, and I have already created a knock point, as you can see right there. I've already tied on a knock point. So the knock point you're going to want above the arrow, and you're going to have the D-loops are going to tie underneath of the knock. So you can just put that on there, and for now you're going to want a little wiggle room, as since it's not a traditional D-loop, it will pinch a little tighter than usual. So you also, it helps if you have a little bit longer of a knock like mine right here. I just used the G-Knocks for my Easton arrows, and I don't really know much about gold tips. Anyways, so what I found the best to do, I have a D-loop right here, or a torqueless loop right here. They look about like that. This is a 3/4. I shoot a 3/4 inch. I'll just take my Allen wrenches here, and we're gonna take them. We're gonna have them twisted about like that, and I'll show you. So it'll look like that. You can tell that they don't cross over. There's flat right here on the non-served side. They get twisted like that. The served side will fold over into that over the string. So now the direction that you do this doesn't matter on which side. So let's see if I can get a better view here. Maybe I can do this on my desk and just take my see, and it helps a lot if you have a if you have some sort of way something to hold it. Let me just take this off real quick. I'll just do this on the desk and get a better view. Alright, so I already know where I want mine. I'll just take the arrow off. Okay, I have to take everything off. Sorry about this, you guys. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Let's see. You gotta move up right there. Alright, so there's, right here is the knocking point. And so let's get this D-loop here. You can just take the D-loop right here. As you can see, still have it folded like that. It's going to go underneath of the knocking point, and it's just going to twist over and go right into the hole. And I'll show you actually before I put it on. Let me show you how it's going to go. So looks something like similar to that, and when you do this, you just open that up, that hole, you get kind of big, and this black served piece will fold over into that around the string. So let's see here. Let's take this and put it through. Now this is where using a small sized Allen wrench does kind of come in handy to make sure that the threads don't try to close up on it and make it really hard to get it through. You can also get it really tight using the Allens. So as you can see, the Allens just kind of let me wiggle the serving right on through. And so now don't entirely tighten it yet. We'll take an arrow again and double check. So I'm gonna put this right there, doink, and move this to desired position. Alright, and then we can just take that same Allen wrench, or even a bigger Allen wrench would actually work. Make sure you don't bend your small ones. And if you want to, you can kind of make that a little smaller. Make sure you line it up too with your PEEP to make sure that when you put your release on it, your PEEP lines up straight too with your eye. You get to full draw. Alright. Just tighten that up like so. Alright. I just really like to make sure that they're really tight. That way there's no movement. There's going to be no movement on it once I draw it back and really put some pressure on them and really tighten them down. So there we go, that should be good. Make sure it's lined up with that. And as you can see, I still gave it maybe a little too much wiggle room. I can still slide it up right now, just like that. Now I have a little, still a little much. That should be good, right? Yeah, so you can see I still let it move around just a hair, not a lot. Just to let it breathe and make sure it doesn't pinch and make your arrow fly a little weird. Alright, so there's that part. Now you could theoretically stop there, but as you can tell, it can still move side to side, which we don't want. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can use the same thread that you use to tie on your knock point, or you can use even some simple floss, dental floss, to do this part of the video. And let me go get some real quick. I'll be right back. Let me go get some floss and I'll show you how to do that part. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Alright, so we can just take a long strand of floss. It doesn't really matter. You just want to make it a little long. It's okay if you have excess, but it can get annoying if you're working with really, really short amounts. So, to start, we're going to start on the top here. Right on the top here, where the knock point is up. That's what we're using as our mark, as up. So let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. So we can just start by tying some basic knots, basic ties here. We'll just do a basic, I think I did, let's see here. I do right over left for the first one. Okay. Now we're just gonna tighten tighten this down onto the very top part of the D-loop, and then have it line up at the side and have the other part line up with the bottom. Sorry about the phone, guys. And that'll line up at the bottom, or on the side, I mean. Okay, and now I'll take it underneath and do it the opposite way you did it last time. So this time I'm going to do left over right. And tighten it in a similar place as to where you did the other one. Alrighty, make sure it's as tight as you can get it. Now we're going to switch over to the other side and do the same thing. If I can get my bow to stay up. I usually do this in the garage, so it's making it kind of hard to do it in the room. This is where I have my camera. It looks like the light's a little high, but alright. And so on this side we're going to do the exact same thing. I did right over left. Let's see here, make sure I get it in the right spot. Yep. We can go on the bottom. Left over right, and tighten that baby down. And to end the tie, we're going to go on the top, and if you did it like I did, you go right over left, and go again, and we're going to make a square knot, so go left over right. If you know how to make a square knot, obviously you don't need to walk through it, but just make a square knot for the last tie. That way it's tight and it won't come undone. Now, with this extra thread, I don't have a lighter on me, but you're just going to take a lighter and you're going to burn it down. You're going to burn it down right to the very tip. Don't burn it down too much or you're going to have to redo your tie, because it'll burn it to the point where it goes underneath and separates that square knot. So that's how you tie it. Just remember, you don't obviously have this. You burn it down. But that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.